Leon Edwards is trying to duck Islam Makhachev, and it's so funny. So, each time an interviewer asks Leon Edwards about Islam, he says the same exact words. He says, we both have more work to do in our division before we fight. And it's so scary how similar, he repeats these same words. Let's go ahead and listen to this interview just from today.
How important is it for you to climb that power for power list and eventually reach #1? That's my goal. Obviously, my first goal was to achieve this, and now I got to make another goal. You know what's going to get me up in the morning to go out there and achieve what I'm trying to achieve, the power for power rankings, stuff like that. So, like I said, the only thing you get for achieving another goal is another goal, and that's all it is for me. You know. Islam Makhachev, he said he wants to go up and fight for the belt. Would you welcome a challenge like that in terms of facing Islam? For sure. I feel like also we've got work to do within the division. I feel like Islam just fought the first actual lightweight. He fought Volk, but this is the first actual lightweight he's fought within the division. You know, he's on a 3 defense streak. After I beat Bilal, I'll be my third as well. So we're both on similar paths. So I can see that happening in the future. Also, I'd like to move up as well and challenge for middleweight belt as well. You know, hopefully. And so what comes first? So you like that? How important is?
You see that Leon Edwards thinks we're dumb, but we're not. He said, first of all, the first lie was, we're both on a 3 title defense. No, Islam defended the title 3 times. You have not fought Bilal yet. You have 2 title defenses, one with Kamaru Usman and one with Colby Covington. Don't get that twisted. 2, at the end of his video, he said, I want to move up and weight and go to middleweight. But Islam has been calling you out for a while. And also, who is his biggest fight currently right now in middle and welterweight? Who is his biggest fight? If he beats Bilal, who is his biggest fight? Shavkat maybe, right? He already beat Usman. We don't want to see that again, right? Well, if you combine Leon Edwards' social media following, and you combine Bilal Muhammad, and you combine Kamaru Usman, and you combine Colby Covington, all together, they are still way less than Islam's. Islam is a much bigger star than you in the UFC. It's just facts, right? And at the end of the day, you want to make money as a UFC fighter. You already got the gold, right? So what's next? Money fights, right? And if Leon Edwards knew that if he could beat Islam Makhachev, he would make that fight next, or he would ask for it, just how Islam Makhachev is asking for this fight. But I know why you don't want to fight Islam. And it makes sense. You are scared of losing to him, and you don't think you can beat him. And I say that why? So far, all the people that you fought, Colby Covington, Kamaru Usman, and you're about to fight Bilal Muhammad for the second time, they're not really good strikers, right? Those guys are good at wrestling, right? Islam's better than them at wrestling. Those guys have no chance of finishing fights on the ground. Islam's the opposite. He can't finish fights on the ground, right? And overall, he's a much better fighter than all those guys, right? And he's more balanced. He has great striking. You may have the striking edge, or Islam may have the striking edge. It's that close. And before you guys say, oh, Leon Edwards the kickboxing, Leon Edwards this, Leon Edwards that. And the reason why I say that he's not that much a better striker, or not even a better striker than Islam, is he really can't knock people out. Yes, we know that he knocked out Kamaru Usman with that head kick, but that was a Hail Mary. You look at his whole career, he is a boring fighter. He is like Usman, but in terms of striking. So, there's no way that Islam can't figure this guy out, right? And that's why he's so scared. Look, we're going to go to another interview of Leon Edwards being asked about Islam Makhachev, right? If they ask you so many times about Islam Makhachev, don't you want to just shut these people up by saying, yes, I'm going to fight him and I will beat him, right? Look at this interview here.
Makhachev beats Dustin Poirier and says he fancies moving up, fight you at 170. What do you make about that idea?
I welcome it. I think we've both got work to do within our division. Unless they will both go on this reign, then why not? He just fought his first actual lightweight, you know?
First defense again.
Actual lightweight. So I feel like you got like a few more lightweights just to go through first before even thinking about moving up. But like I said, if we both go on this reign, then why not later on in the future? They're both similar age, 32 years old. So we've got the time to get it done for sure.
If they come to you with this idea, is it something you entertain? It's a huge fight.
Yeah, it's a huge fight. Yeah, it's a massive fight. Like I got work to do within my division first, then the super fights will come, you know? Definitely. Yeah.
Funny how he says that, right? Let's go back to the first thing he said.
Francis moving up to fight you at 170. What do you make about that idea?
I welcome it. I think we've both got work to do within the division. Unless they will both go on this reign, then why not? He just fought his first lightweight, actual lightweight, you know?
When has Volkanovski been considered a bum? Tell me. He beat Volk. Where's Volk on the all-time pound for pound list? Pretty high up. Where was he when he fought Islam? Number 1 pound for pound. What were people saying? If Islam never existed, that Volkanovski would have 2 belts. So now that Islam knocked out Volkanovski, he beat a featherweight. He didn't beat a lightweight, right? Why are they trying to take away from Islam? Like, why are they trying to take away Islam's wins? I don't get this. And it's not the first time that someone said this. Dana White, on his post-conference of Islam submitted Dustin Poirier, said, of course Islam's supposed to be Volkanovski. That's a featherweight. Huh? Wasn't the UFC the one that made the fight for the pound for pound number 1? Huh? Am I tripping? Wasn't that the original thing? Whoever wins becomes a new pound for pound number 1. Islam beat Volkanovski the first time, and the UFC didn't want to even give him a pound for pound number 1. Why is it when it comes to Islam that they have to move the goalposts? And just think about it. This interviewer told Leon Edwards that this will be a massive fight because he knows how big of a following Islam has. You beat Islam, you're a superstar, right? And guess what Leon Edwards said? Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about moving up. Yeah, I have work to do in my division. Does that not scream scared to you? Huh? All right, and then we move on. In this video, Islam talked about his first sparring. He talked about his first sparring session in the United States at AKA, and it was with no other than Leon Edwards. Here's what he had to say.
And Khabib translate me, and he told, and I thinking this is my first sparring in the US in AKA, and they give me some good sparring partner. I just say, hey, let's go with. And Khabib, coach say that moment he have very good left high kick. Be careful. And when we beginning this round, I just go to the double leg take. That moment we spar with Leon Edwards. I take him down, but we have very good round with him, and
You see how he's even describing the story that when he sparred Leon Edwards. This was at a training session. At first, I thought this was Leon Edwards came to AKA to get better at wrestling. But no, this was a legitimate sparring match because Islam's coach, Javier, told him, hey, be careful of Leon's left high kick. He said it's pretty good. He said, be careful of that. So he went into his match, not necessarily to practice wrestling with Leon Edwards, but actually sparring match, right? And you can see Islam started laughing when he talking about he took him down. It must have been pretty easy for Islam to take down Leon Edwards. Granted, that was about numerous years ago, 9-10 years ago, whatever it is. And Leon Edwards got better at defending takedowns. But Islam would be the best wrestler he would have ever faced, right? He's a better wrestler. Islam's a better wrestler than Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington, and those guys was able to get you on the ground and hold you, right? Islam, when he gets you on the ground, he's not holding you. He's going for the win, and that's why Leon Edwards is avoiding him. He doesn't want that type of pressure on him. If a guy is telling you, hey, I did this to you in sparring, this and that, even though it was 9-10 years ago, you want to get that one back, right? And on top of it, that guy that said he beat you in sparring became a champion. You became a champion. He has a bigger name than you. Logically, all signs would point to go. Let's make this fight. Sean O'Malley and Ilia Topuria, the difference between that and this, those two guys want to make the fight. The UFC is telling them no. Here we have Leon Edwards saying he doesn't want to fight Islam Makhachev, but is hiding it from the fans and saying, well, Islam has more work to do and I have more work to do. Let's go ahead and do more work in our divisions. I know what Leon Edwards' secret plan is. He's going to say, hey, let me get a couple more of these title defenses, right? And then when the time comes for him to fight Islam, he's going to actually say, I want to go up to middleweight and fight for that title instead of fighting Islam. I guarantee you that. Look, let's go back to another interview here. This is at UFC 286. And they asked him once again about Islam Makhachev, training stories, about him saying that he submitted Leon in the sparring sessions or a different sparring session.
As from London, I know this is a lot of questions for you, but I'll add one more to it. So according to Islam Makhachev, he said that he submitted you in a sparring session at AKA. Now, he's willing to go up to 170 in the future, have a couple of title defenses. So how do you think a match would play out between you two and Yogston?
I don't think Islam submitted me in training. What was smart though?
Who was it?
Islam.
Oh, okay.
I think it'd be a good fight. You know, he's improved his striking. I've improved my wrestling, so it'd be a totally different fight. When we first trained, I was 21, 22 years old. I'm now 31 years old. It's like two different fights, you know. So apart from that, I got Usman to worry about. I'm not worried about Islam at the moment. I think that's the toughest fight for me right now is Usman, you know.
Yeah, I understand it. You have a fight with Usman coming up, but think about that. That guy was saying he submitted you in sparring, and now it's been more than a year and a half since this interview, and you still don't want to fight Islam. Isn't that telling? Isn't that showing that one of these guys is ducking the other guy, right? And then I was just thinking about this. You're probably gonna say, what does Leon have to gain by beating Islam Makhachev, right? It does nothing for him. He's a lightweight and you're a welterweight, right? Isn't Islam ranked #1 pound for pound? How would you like to have the #1 pound for pound guy on your resume? That would be great, right? Let's go to Islam talking about that.
Already?
Yeah, I thinking because I already give chance to some guy from other division and I need my chance. And if the UFC give me my chance, I'll use it. I need the second belt.
So your next stop would be the winner of Leon and Colby, do you think?
Yeah, I want to go and I will go to watch this fight. I will sit first row and maybe someone call me.
Maybe.
And now we know that Leon Edwards doesn't want to call you out because he's ducking you. We know this, but I want to know your thoughts. Do you guys believe that Leon Edwards is going to fight Islam Makhachev at one point, or do you believe that fight never happens? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you are new, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also like the video.